Hey y'all, Nick Pomeroy here with PR Equipment. Today we're shooting a short video about spraying basics, right? So this is going to be kind of a good rundown of how to operate our most common sprayers, which is our ag spray manually controlled sprayers. There's a lot of options. We can do full flow control, we can do electric pressure control, we can do a lot of those things. But by and large, we sell a ton more of these than anything else because it's an affordable way to get out there and get your pasture sprayed or your hay ground sprayed or whatnot. So we sell a ton of these, and we want to kind of do a short video to just kind of show you how to operate it. It's not that complicated, but it's important that we know what we're doing in here to be accurate. So just the components that we're going to be focused on today. Obviously, we've got our pump hooked up to our massive 24 horsepower Yanmar tractor. I know it's a small tractor, but it's going to work good for what we're trying to do. We're trying to keep that noise level down a little bit too, so maybe we can still get some of the audio so I don't have to voice over so much. The control head here, so we've got our pressure regulation valve, we've got our T-jet control valve, boom control valve, we've got our gauge, we're going to be playing with all those, our agitator, and our gun valve, our shut-off valve up here for our gun. We're going to be checking out our gun over here, playing with it a little bit. We're going to do a quick, we'll probably do a pop-in on the tank and let you guys see what the agitation is going to look like in this tank, because it follows this kind of a specific pattern. You don't really see the pattern so much, but you can see what the T-bar agitator does for us. And then we'll be taking a look at our spray nozzles as we do this. So we're going to start out, I'm going to start the tractor. And before I do this, guys, it's always important to have the correct information. So we can do the math on this. I could do a whole video about what it takes to go through the math on this. But the great news is most of that's done for you. And I meant to bring my handy dandy spray tip chart, and I didn't, right? So guys, I don't care where you bought your sprayer. You buy it from us, you're definitely going to get your spray chart. We're going to actually teach you how to use it. But maybe you bought it somewhere else. If you didn't get a spray chart, tip chart, and they didn't go over how to use that, well, maybe you should have bought it somewhere else. But we might be able to help point you in the right direction on that, because that's going to be your most useful piece of information if you're trying to spray with any of these systems. But for the basics, I know off the top of my head that at 40 psi at 50 miles an hour, or let me correct that, at 5 miles an hour at 40 psi, this sprayer is going to do 14.9 gallons per minute, which is darn close to 15. So that's what we're going to be shooting for today. That's going to be our target rate. That's with the XTO20 nozzles. Obviously, every nozzle, every tip is going to have kind of a different tip chart. Definitely, when we sell a sprayer, we're going to go through all that with you. But you know, if you're looking for a sprayer, please get with us. If you don't know what you're doing, that's what we're here for. If you bought a sprayer and they didn't provide that for you and you need some advice, we'll still do the best we can to help you out, because I think it's important. Obviously, chemicals are expensive, but we're supposed to be good stewards of the land, and part of that is trying to be as accurate as we can with the chemicals so we're not wasting them. So I'm going to start the tractor. We're going to see what that's like. So we'll crank. Doug, did you steal the key? Pause. Okay, so now that I got the key from Doug, we're going to start the tractor. Just a little glow plugs. It's actually kind of cold out here. So we got the tractor started. I hope you're still getting the audio. If not, I'll do voiceover. So we've got the PTO started, and we're running. We're doing our thing. See our pressure started to come up a little bit. If you notice, I started it with my agitation valve open. I think that's a good way to kind of always start your sprayer. It helps get past any priming issues, or to a certain degree. On that note, notice how we routed our extra hose. One thing to be cautious about, don't route it up like that, because you make an air bubble right there. So try to keep it, pay attention to where your flow is. But anyway, so I like to start it with the agitator valve open. And since I have it open, I'm going to go ahead and have Doug kind of shoot inside the tank, and you can see what that looks like when it's agitating. Okay. So you can kind of see what that agitation looks like. Next thing I want to show you guys is the gun. It's the simplest, right? So I go to squeeze the handle and I got nothing, right? That's because we have a shut-off valve here. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up. We're going to get pressure. bleed off the pressure because I can. I'm gonna bleed that pressure off. We're doing all of this with the intention of we're gonna winterize this sprayer when we get done, so that'll be a whole nother video. So let's step back over to the control valve. So that we kind of get in close. Hopefully it'll help with the audio. So as far as this goes, we've got all our controls here. So you see our gauge, boom control valve, agitator. This is the gun valve, and this is our pressure control. So for the time being, let's look at what the pressure control does. So you see as we back that off, we're getting less and less pressure. I'm going to shut the agitator off, and we're going to use just this to control the pressure. So as we start going up, you see we can build that pressure up more and more and more and more, and we can go past 100. But the pump is actually designed to run 100 PSI continuous, 300 intermittent, and I really don't need to be over 100 for any reason. So we're checking it out at 100. We're gonna back that off a little bit. I'm gonna back it off a lot. Then we're gonna open our booms, right? We're gonna open both of our boomless nozzles. They're XTO24 boomless nozzles. So we're gonna open those up, and you notice my pressure dropped way off. So what's going on there is we need more pressure to get them up to pressure. The XTO24s are designed to run between 30 and 60 PSI. So, and that's going to get you a 32-foot spray pattern. But you can see we've run it up. And I talked about earlier, we're aiming for 40 PSI. So here we're at 25, here we're at 30, 35. Oh, I can't get it to 40. Well, that's not good. So what's going on is we're not producing enough flow. The easiest way to remedy that is to increase the speed of the tractor. Aha! So sometimes it's a little finicky, but you'll get her dialed in. So right there, and we're getting a little mist from that sprayer. Right there, we're at 40 PSI. So let's walk around and let's look at the spray pattern. Watch the edge there. I'm not 100% sure how well it's picking up on camera, but you've got a really nice spray pattern, and in the middle, it's crossing. It's kicking a little bit back. I'm gonna walk in and show you what that looks like. So we're getting a good pattern here. So that's 32 foot of spray width. It is a large droplet size, which is true with any boomless nozzle. It's just part of how it has to happen. But you can see that working. Now I'm gonna go up front and I'm gonna turn on just left and just right. So I hope you kind of seen what we're aiming for. We were at 40 PSI, and with this particular tip to do 14.9, which I'll call 15 gallons a minute, we need to be driving 5 miles an hour. If you need to drive a little slower, we need to turn down the pressure. If you need to drive a little faster, we need to turn up the pressure to keep that rate the same. But I hope you can kind of see how this thing is gonna spray. I hope you can kind of see how the controls work. I kind of went over everything about the pressure control valve, about how we may need more engine RPMs if we don't have quite enough flow. It's all about, for me, it's all about how low can I run it and still achieve what I need to achieve. If you're just doing spraying with the spray gun, you don't need much engine RPMs at all. But if you need higher flows, if we needed to get that on to 60 PSI, we'd need to go ahead and bump that up a little bit. Keep in mind, if you're running it on 1,000 RPM, now we can run that tractor a little slower. So it's nice to have that multi-speed coupler on there. We looked at the agitation, we took a look at our gauge, and we saw how that's gonna work. So that just kind of gives you an idea about what it is that we're trying to do and how we're going to get there with this Ag Spray sprayer. So I hope that helps, guys. If you like what we're doing, please shoot us a subscribe, or shoot us a like or comment or something. Just let us know if there's something you're looking for, you need a little bit more information on. We'll try our best to oblige. But also check us out on Facebook at PR Equipment LLC. Check us out on, obviously you're on YouTube right now, so hit subscribe. Check us out on the web at prequipmentsales.com. And like I say, or just give us a call, 903-270-0877. Like I say, my name is Nick Pomeroy, and I'm here to help you. If you need a sprayer, we're definitely going to be a great place to shop with. We have a great selection. We have the knowledge. We have the parts. We have everything that it takes to be a great sprayer dealer. But even if you're shopping somewhere else, I hope you've seen the commonality is going to be there, right? So you'll see some of the same features and things on those sprayers. And we have some other videos that kind of give you some ideas of what to keep an eye out for. Okay, guys? Thanks.